What is up, everyone? It is me, Dan, here to talk about The Walking Dead Season 8. Oh my god. This is how low the channel has fallen, people. We are now talking about The Walking Dead, a show that is completely forgotten what it used to be. Because, oh my god, Season 8 has been so mediocre so far. Like, I thought people were mad at The Walking Dead in Season 7 because nothing was happening. Now in Season 8, there's more action and people are still not happy. They're still not happy at what's going on. And for me, I completely understand it. For me, Season 8 of The Walking Dead so far, the first 8 episodes, have been really uninspiring, really disappointing, and it's just proving to me something that I've been saying for ages, which is that The Walking Dead has simply lost the plot, as I like to call it. I mean, I've been saying this since, I want to say, about Season 4. The only season that really exceeded that expectation was Season 5. That Season 5 for me was a good season. But ever since Season 3, Season 4 for me was a very mixed bag. Season 5, like I said, I thought was great. Season 6, highly overrated. I don't understand the amount of love that season gets. Because for me at least, I didn't enjoy that season. There was far too many unnecessary cliffhangers that are constantly recycled, just with different characters. I thought some of the pacing was really off, especially with how the first 4 episodes of each half of that season were very fast, and the last 4 were very slow. The stupid time jump between episode 9 and episode 10, which was stupid. Episode 9 should have been the mid-season finale, but AMC are douchebags. The whole Glenn Dumpster Gate was bullshit. That was a pathetic excuse of causing drama. That was just really, really stupid. And the fucking cliffhanger in the finale, I don't give a shit what Online CHD or these stocks can say to me. That cliffhanger was bullshit. That is not how you do a cliffhanger. Season 7, nothing happened. The whole season was literally nothing more than extended setup for Season 8, which was just stupid, because when you go back and you rewatch this show, why the fuck would you watch most of Season 7? Barely anything happens to properly progress the plot. All we do is literally just spend one episode in one place where very little happens. And most of the time these episodes are extended as well, or they focus on characters that you don't care about. Like, they're just bad. Like, the Tara episode is easily my least favourite episode of The Walking Dead ever. I hated that episode. It was so bad. It really wasn't good at all, because I didn't care about her character, so I didn't understand the reason to dedicate a whole episode to her when I don't care about her character in the first place. Like, you should be building up that character, then do an episode on them, not fucking throw as an episode on a character when I don't care about them in the first place. Negan just got very boring to me at times, because it was the same old, same old. I don't blame Jeffrey Dean Morgan for that, I blame the writing for that, because the writing is shit. The CGI idea, awful. That green screen background in episode 11, or episode 10, I can't even remember the episode now, but the one with the green screen background where there is clearly a plane flying in the background. Like, the only episodes from Season 7 I could ever rewatch are maybe the premiere on A Strong Stomach, the mid-season finale, and episode 13, and the last 20 minutes of the finale. That's literally it. The rest of that season for me was just really awful. I would consider it to be the worst season of television that I've watched, which is saying a lot, because I've watched Arrow Season 4, and that shit is unwatchable at times. That was worse. And so far, Season 8 hasn't proved to be much better, because the first 8 episodes of Season 8 have been so lackluster. All this talk about the action, how the story would progress more, has proved nothing to help the story of this show. This show is still declining in free fall. Season 8 so far has been so uninspiring. I saw loads of people losing their shit over the 100th episode, saying it was a masterpiece. No, it wasn't. That episode was not a masterpiece. Do you want to know what was a great 100th episode of the show? Arrow. That was a great 100th episode. Do you know what isn't a great 100th episode? The Walking Dead's. Alright, that 100th episode has so many flaws in it. Like, the whole only one person has to die, but I'm going to fail to kill Negan on multiple occasions, and when I'm going to go out and I'm going to shoot at him, I'm going to be sure to miss him. And then do you know what I'm going to do after that? I'm going to shoot all of the fucking windows in the sanctuary for no reason. He gets all of his men to shoot the sanctuary's windows for no fucking reason. There are no saviors behind there. There are no saviors fighting back. Like, why would you do that? And then people come up with the excuse of, oh, they were just trying to lure the walkers. What's the point? You don't need to let off that many fucking gunshots to lure the walkers to your location. And fuck, with Daryl on his bike blowing up them explosives, surely that's going to do the job. They don't need to hear all that fucking gunfire. They'll just follow all the rest. Like, that was stupid. And then, oh god, that premiere is so overrated. And then all the episodes after that, for me, have just been uninspiring. It's just been constant action, but no engaging story to back it up. That is the big problem. You can have action, but you need to have a story behind it to make that context, what's going on, make you get sucked in and care about it. Half the time, I feel like these episodes, it's like the writers just sit in a room, they think of dream fight scenes, they slop them all together, and then it's like, oh fuck, we have to, make a story around this. Here, let's just loosely connect these events together. It feels like I'm watching the development of Uncharted 3 and all the set pieces and how they wrote the story afterwards. It feels like I'm seeing the same thing with The Walking Dead Season 8. Because I'm just getting bored of it. I'm getting bored of the action. I can't believe I'm saying it, but the action is genuinely boring me. Because there is nothing outstanding here, because the story behind all of it is just really uninspiring and just very, very boring. And the problem is it's so repetitive. They're repeating the same things over and over again. And it's just really starting to get noticeably bad. Like, I've really started to see a lot of people shit on The Walking Dead. And for good reason, because like I've just said earlier on in this video, it's deserved it. Season 8 so far has not been great. I've been so disappointed with it. I mean, episode 6, I shat on the Tara episode of Season 7. But the 6th episode of Season 8 might be almost as bad. It is that terrible. I mean, this whole idea of thinking that you can just get away with making a filler episode but just jumping to different locations. That's still filler because nothing is happening. Nothing is happening to progress this plot line. And then the whole mid-season finale that was being hyped up to be this really big thing. It was an extended episode. And it just felt like I was watching time passed by at such a fucking slow rate. Like, that episode should have been 15 minutes short. It shouldn't have been extended. A lot of the scenes were just weird. The way that, it just played out for me was disappointing in a lot of areas. Like, Rick had the fucking perfect opportunity to kill Negan when he had him pegged down on the floor. And he has Lucille. So what does he decide to do? No, he's not going to whack Lucille properly like Negan did with Glenn and Abraham. No, he's going to pick it up and beat Negan up with the fucking handle section. What the fuck? These excuses that the writers are coming up with is to save Negan just because he survives until X point in the comic, so we can't kill him right now. It's pathetic. It is getting stupid. And then the whole reveal, of who's been bitten. The revelation that Carl has been bitten. So underwhelming. Such an underwhelming reveal. For a character who has been in the show since the very first episode, that has got to be one of the most disappointing revelations in TV that I've seen, because you should be making this really big thing, but it was just so poorly done. And once again, what have they done? They left it as a cliffhanger. Because they want to get those fucking viewers to sky high. Because right now, nobody's watching The Walking Dead. Do you want to know why? Because simply put, The Walking Dead is not what it used to be. Like, there's a reason these viewers are now dangling below 10 million. Because people have figured out what this shit is. They can literally just watch the premiere, tune out, watch the mid-season finale, watch the mid-season premiere, tune out, watch the season finale. That's all they have to do. And they'll be barely missing out on anything in between. And it's just getting really annoying at the moment. And even more so with the fact that they decided to kill off Carl and the whole circumstances around that. People saying that, oh, he didn't know he was going to get killed off. People saying, oh, no, he did. We discussed it. Like, at the end of the day, there's two people to blame for this, in my opinion. The first one is AMC. AMC has been depriving this show for years. Just how much they have consumed of this show just for their financial gain is sickening. The fact that they cut the show's budget in season 2 and took all of their state tax that they earn, that is really bad. And just the whole way that they've gone about it, the fact that they forced the writers to implement the cliffhanger into the Season 6 finale just to increase the ratings, because the Season 6 premiere was lower rated in ratings than the Season 5 premiere. That is pathetic. Shouldn't be sacrificing storylines just to get ratings. That's bullshit. And now they're doing it again with Carl's death. Like, that is just silly. And then the other one that I have is Scott Gimple. I've said it for ages. This man is not a good showrunner. Yes, he can write good individual episodes, but there is no way on hell that he is a good showrunner. He cannot make a good storyline that lasts a whole season. All of his seasons have literally been split into two. A story in the first half of the season and a story in the second half of the season. That is all it has been. And he's done it with Season 4, he did it with Season 5, Season 6, Season 7, and he's probably going to do it again with Season 8. Because he's just so predictable. Like, he's written some of the best episodes of The Walking Dead, don't get me wrong. But as an actual showrunner, I don't think he's a good one at all. And I really do hope that this is his final season as a showrunner. And from what I've heard from a lot of the fan backlash, that is probably going to be the case. And I really can't say I'll miss him, because I think he should have left a long time ago. I just don't think he's a good enough showrunner for this show and where it should be right now. Like, you think about this, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, The Walking Dead was one of those shows that where you used to go to a mate and you're like, do you watch The Walking Dead? And if they said no, you would be like, what the fuck are you doing? It's a great show. And now today, you go and ask someone if they watch The Walking Dead and they say yes, you're just like, huh, so you're still watching it? Oh god. That's the reaction you get now. That is how low this show has fallen. Remember when this show was competing with Game of Thrones? I don't, because now Game of Thrones has moved beyond its source material and is still doing well. The Walking Dead has just been completely left in the dust, and I really do think that if AMC and the writing team don't pull their shit together, I really think this show is in jeopardy, because it already is now, and they just need to find a way to save this show, because yeah, it's getting to some really dire places, and it would be a shame to see it cancelled, but at the same time, they would only have themselves to blame for it. So that is my little rant video regarding The Walking Dead Season 8, but also kind of a rant on the whole show itself, you know, whatever type of video you want it to be. I'm more or less just consider it a rant on The Walking Dead in general. I've wanted to do this video for a while to get it off my chest, but with the mid-season finale that we just had, it made sense to do this video because I was really triggered by it. So let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about The Walking Dead. How do you think of this current season so far? And do you agree with me that it's been really, really disappointing? Let me know in the comment section down below. And with that being said, I would like to thank you all very much for watching the video. And I will see you all next time.